Okay, hello everybody. This is Lama Caroline. I'm here in Malaga, Spain, in NgalSo Tantric, okay? And we're going to continue with the explanation of NgalSo Tantric Self-Healing 2, yeah? A very important work of Lama Caroline Rinpoche, okay? So first, to get us into the mood, we're going to say some prayers, yeah? Okay? Which you all know, okay? We're going to do the preliminary practices of NgalSo, okay? So if you'd like to join in, you're welcome, okay? Namo Guru Pye Namo Buddhaya Namo Dhammaya Namo Sanghaya Namo Guru Pye Namo Buddhaya Namo Dhammaya Namo Sanghaya Namo Guru Pye Namo Buddhaya, Namo Dhammaya, Namo Sanghaya, Namo Triratnaya, Sangye Chada Sogi Chonamla, Janchu Badu Dani Kyasuchi, Dagi Jinsogi Pesonaki, Drola Penchi Sangye Drupasho, Sangye Chuda Sogi Chonamla, Janchu Badu Dani Kyasuchi, Dagi Jinsogi Pesonaki, Drola Penchi Sangye Drupasho, Sangye Chuda Sogi Chonamla, Janchu Badu Dani Kyasuchi, Dagi Jinsogi Pesonaki, Drola Penchi Sangye Drupasho. In the Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha, we go for refuge until enlightenment. Through the practice of generosity and the other bodhisattva perfections, may we become Buddhas for the benefit of all sentient beings. 7 limitless thoughts. Samchen tamche dewa dan dewe gyudan denpa gyuchi. Samchen tamche dunyel dan dunyel gi gyudan drawa gyuchi. Samchen tamche dunyel mepe dewa dami drawa gyuchi. Samchen tamche nyerin tachi. Samchen tamche nyerin chadyahani dan drawe tamnyon la nepa gyuchi. Samchen tamche lusen gidu nale soshin trayun lusen dewadan denpa gyuchi. Samchen tamche NgalSo tochi na no chuko yudanshin samane gyuchi. Samchen tamche dazan buli gikyedo dadan china gishite dan dukun denpa gyuchi. May all beings have happiness and its causes. May all beings be free from suffering and its causes. May all beings never be separated from the great happiness that is beyond all misery. May all beings dwell in equanimity, unaffected by attraction to dear ones and aversion to others. May all beings recover from the sickness of mind and body pollution and enjoy relative and absolute health now and forever. May all beings relax in a pure and healthy outer and inner environment now and forever. May all beings enjoy inner and world peace now and forever. Purification of the ground. Tamche duni sashita semala sohome padan la tiltanya bedurye ranshin jampuhone gyuchi la dami chepeze no su sham da hanyi kitro ko san chutrin la name nanke kangu kyab gyuchi. Blessing the offerings. Om Namo Bhagavati Benzasawa Pramadani Tathagataya Ahate Samya Sambuddhaya Tayata Om Benze Benze Maha Benze Maha Tetsa Benze Maha Vidya Benze Maha Bodhi Chitta Benze Maha Bodhi Mandropa Samkramana Benze Sawakama Awarana Bishadana Benze Soha Kuncho Sungi Tempadan Sangetan Chanchu Sempa Tanje Gijinki Alada Soniyon Suzopenadan Chempodan Chuki Nampada Chin Sangi Mikyape Togi Deshini Dugyuchi. Invocation. Malusem che kungi gungyu chi du de puja hemi se jom se la nona malu yada kengyu pe chom ten ku che hene di she su so. 7 branch prayer. Gosungu pe go ne cha se lo no sha yi tru ho chu pa ma lu bu to me ne sa di tun tam che sha ke pa ge wa hanam la je yi ram ku wa ma tom pa du le shu ne dro la chu ki hi ko lo ko wa dan da shen chen an jan chu chen po no. Mandala offering. Sajipu ki joshi meto trari li shini de genpadi. Sange shintu mite buwai. Rokonanda hashila chupasho. Idam guru ratna mandala kaniryatayami. Request to the lineage gurus. Losan gyawa kungi yesheni chitu drime gyalten zimpezo rajan kyoko gyaso chutun tun trinshin lame shabla sowate om a guru vajra dara sumati gyana shasana dara samudra si vajra sawasidi hum om a guru vajra dara sumati gyana shasana dara samudra si vajra sawasidi hum Om A Guru Vajradhara Sumati Gyana Shasana Dara Samudra Shibhadra Sawasiti Request to Lama Ganshin. Locho Zampo Palgyuta Shipa Tuchen Tempe Hetrin Leya Noda Pegedro Lo Zampe Zepatyan Palden Lame Heshabla Sowate Oma Guru Vajradhara Sumahati Muni Shahasahane Kama Uttavadanye Sri Bahadra Vasamahanya Sawasidi Oma Guru Vajradhara Suhumahati Muni Shahasahane Kama Uttavadanye Sri Bahadra Vasamahanya Sawasidi Mama Guru Vajradhara Suhumahati Muni Shahasahane Kama Uttavadanye Sri Bahadra Vasamahanya Sawasidi Kyoni Lama Kyoni Yedan Kyoni Kadro Chukyonte Dene Zunte Janchu Badu Kyumi Kyase Misowe Dida Badu Chime Tayan Tuje Chakyu Sunsola Sishi Jitro Nadro Konso Tengi Droso Bachusu Kyoni Lama Kyoni Yedan Kyoni Kadro Chukyonte Dene Zunte Janchu Badu Kyumi Kyase Misowe Dida Badu Chime Tayan Tuje Chakyu Sunsola Shishi Jidro Nodro Konso Tengi Droso Bachusu Kyuni Lama Kyuni Yidan Kyuni Kadro Chukyonte Tene Zunte Janchu Badu Kyumi Kyashe Miso We Dida Badu Chime Tayan Tuche Chakyu Sun Sola Shishi Chidro Nadro Control Tengi Droso Bacho Su. You are the Guru, you are the Yidam, you are the Daka, Dakini, and Dhamma protector. From now until we attain the essence of enlightenment, we seek no other refuge than you. In this life, the Bardo, in all future lives, please hold us with the hook of your compassion. Please liberate us from the fears of samsara and nirvana. Bestow all the attainments, be our constant friend, and free us from all hindrances. Yeah. So, having requested 3 times in this way from our Guru's holy body, speech, and mind, from the crown, throat, and heart chakras come white, red, and blue lights and nectars that dissolve into our 3 chakras one by one, and then together like a rainbow. Okay. So, in this way, the negativities related to the 4 chakras are purified. We receive the 4 empowerments, and the potential to achieve the 4 Buddha bodies is awakened. Yeah. Okay. So let's meditate on that. Yeah. Okay, now all of us, we imagine that a kind of an emanation of Rinpoche, small size like this, made of rainbow light, comes to the crown and each and every one of our heads, no matter where we are in the world, dissolves through our crown chakra, through the door of Brahma, goes down through the central channel, and the holy mind of our Guru mixes with our subtle mind in our heart. Yeah. Okay. Pakyoke kuda dagilu pakyoke suda dagina pakyoke tuda dagi danyamechi tu jingilo makyoke kuda dagilu makyoke suda dagina makyoke tuda dagi Danyamachi tu jingyalo. Lama ken, Trinche sawe lama ken, kyabne kuntu lama ken, Trinche sawe lama ken, Lama ken, kyapne kuntu lama ken. Okay, so hello everybody. Hope you're all okay this week. Yeah. So we're going to continue with the explanation of the NgalSo Tantric Self-Healing book and practice of Lama Gangchen Rinpoche. Okay. So if you have a copy of this book, which I hope you do, we're going to look today at page 57, yeah, in the English edition. We're going to start from there, okay? This one, yeah. Okay, and if you have any other edition in any other language, it says request to become one nature with the Guru, so it's the last verses of the Mahamudra lineage prayer, okay? Okay, so we're going to start there. So just before we start, I'd like to say a couple of things that I forgot from last time, yeah? So the last Thursday, no, last time we were talking, one of the last things I said, we were talking about Rinpoche's past lives, yeah? Then I was saying right at the end that I have one paper written by Rinpoche that he wrote many, many years ago talking about his past lives, yeah? Okay, so we have that one thing, and then I discovered another paper where he's a song he made about San Francisco, okay, and Santa Clara. So I started to translate it. I didn't have time to finish it as usual, but anyway. So I was saying it said that that Rinpoche used to live in Gubbio, near Assisi, for many, many years before he came to Milano, where the Company Institute was established, So he says that actually, he said in Tibetan, he says that Bodhisattva San Francisco and Dakini Santa Clara, he met them face to face, and they very kindly recognized him and his work, So he said that in Tibetan, So I just wanted to share that with you last time, So afterwards, because also me, I'm interested in all these things. So then I was looking in my notes, which I have a lot, from Rinpoche. I was looking at all my papers and notes, and then I found something very nice, that Rinpoche has said, actually, very exciting. There's another Shambhala door in Assisi, So we were saying in these last few weeks, we were talking about this book's called Guide to Shambhala, isn't it? Okay, self-healing. What does it say? Tantric self-healing of body and mind, a method to transform this world into Shambhala, And a few weeks ago, we talked about the Guide to Shambhala of Panchen Lobsang Yeshe, Okay? And actually, last time we were actually talking about him, the sixth Panchen Lama, and the story of how he was invited to China, to the court of the Manchu emperor, who was a Buddhist practitioner of our Gelugpa tradition, and how Rinpoche in his past life as the abbot of Ganshin went with him, So this Panchen Lama, he wrote the very famous Guide to Shambhala, which we read and we thought, oof, that sounds a little difficult, So fortunately, our Rinpoche, he made this new modern Guide to Shambhala, which is much better for us, more easy, more accessible for us. And Rinpoche, over the course of years, was saying there were various Shambhala doors, So he was saying, for example, there's one in Tashi Lumpo, behind Tashi Lumpo Monastery in Tibet. There's one in Xinjiang, in one province in China. So this is all what Rinpoche said, Okay. There's one in Rio de Janeiro, There's one in Toledo in Spain. And now, I'm sure all Italian friends will be very happy to know we have one in Italia, Okay. So where is the Italian one? It's in Assisi, So actually now exactly, I think it's in the church, Rinpoche said it's in the church of San Damiano, I think, of Assisi, Okay. Afterwards, I checked my notes again, So anyway, Rinpoche seemed to know where all these doors was because he was like super specific in the location of all of them. So I just wanted to share that with you. So of course it makes sense, no? Like, of course, many places all over the world, Okay, well, of course, also in Borobudur. So we have one in Borobudur, one in Tibet, one in China, one in Italy, one in Spain, and one in Brazil. So a pattern's developing, So anyway, I just remembered that from the last time I was talking, So I wanted to share that with you before we start this time, okay? Okay, so, right, we've got your book ready, okay? So, where we reached to in the text is page 57, So in the text, okay, last time we talked about this, Kyuni Lama, Kyuni Yidam, Kyuni Kadro Chukyongte, the verse taken out of the Lama Chirpa, you are the Guru, you are the Yidam, And the Guru the holy mind of the Guru absorbing into our heart. So on page 57, it says, Rinpoche always used to make us repeat this every time he did a teaching or an initiation. He used to say Pakya ki kudan dagi lu, and then Francesco or me or whoever was there, we would have to say in English and Italian or whatever language, Your holy body and my body, O Father, Pakya ki sungdang dagi nag, your holy speech and my speech, O Father. Pakya ki tudang dagi yi, your holy mind and my mind, O Father. Dunyeme Chitu Jingilo, may they become inseparably one, So every time, for years and years and years, when Rinpoche would give a teaching, a blessing in Albagnano or anywhere else in the world, Rinpoche would repeat this and then look at us and we would have to repeat in Italian and English and other languages the translation, After some years, actually, Rinpoche also add Makyoki, which is like, so it doesn't just say your holy body, my Father, Then he said, it started to say also, Makyoki kudan dagilu, My holy body and your body, O Mother, Makyoki sundan dagina, your holy speech and my speech, O Mother, Makyoki tudan dagiyi, your holy mind and my mind, O Mother, Dunya me chitu jingilo, So, what's all this, What's this prayer? Why is it so important? So, actually, this prayer is the last verse of what's called the Ganda Ningu Mahamudra prayer. Yeah? So we're Galupas, yeah, and within that we practice one special lineage of practice and realization called Ganda Ningu, the whispered lineage of the Gandan tradition, okay, of which our NgalSo, our Gandan tradition is part of that, yeah. So we have several very holy lineages of spiritual transmission, for example, of the tantras like Guhya Samaja, Haruka, Yamantaka, and so on, yeah, okay. We have the transmission lineage of the vast path and the profound path. We call the paths of Maitreya and the path of Manjusri. Okay, we have many special lineages, yeah, and one that's held in very great esteem within our tradition is the Mahamudra lineage, yeah, okay, which is the actual understanding of the nature of reality, yeah. So in our NgalSo Gandan Ningu tradition, okay, we have this lineage that goes all the way back, we say, to Buddha Vajradhara. Buddha Vajradhara is the historical Buddha, Shakyamuni, in the tantric form, yeah. So that means that when the Buddha, historical Buddha, taught tantra, he manifested in this other kind of way called Vajradhara, yeah, in order to give a special set of advanced teachings to certain kind of people. So the lineage of realization starts with Buddha Vajradhara, yeah. It's called the long lineage, okay. Then it goes straight away to Buddha Manjusri, gentle speech, yeah, yeah, and then directly to Lama Tsongkhapa. So why is it like that? Because Losang Dragpa, Lama Tsongkhapa, who's the founder of our Gelugpa teachings, yeah, he had many visions. He saw directly, like one person to another, Manjusri, yeah, okay. And so Manjusri gave him many special kind of instructions that became like a core part of our spiritual tradition, yeah. So I don't know if you can see him. There's Lama Tsongkhapa up there. There's a tanker of him up there, okay? So anyway, so for that reason, our lineage jumps from Vajradhara to Manjusri and straight to Lama Tsongkhapa, which is illustrated up there. Yeah, great famous Tibetan master from the 15th century in Tibet, okay? And then from Lama Tsongkhapa passes directly through the lineage of his disciples in an unbroken form down to the present day, yeah? So we always say we need two things. We need the lineage of like explanation, yeah, of like academic studies and that kind of thing, yeah, the textual lineage. And then together we need the lineage of inspiration, the lineage of direct realization, yeah. So we need to become scholar, siddha, okay? So this lineage of direct understanding of reality, yeah, of understanding the correct vision of reality, passed from Lama Tsongkhapa directly to many famous enlightened masters in our tradition. I'll now just tell you their names just for reference. Yeah, we have a long prayer. It's got like 30, 40 verses, but Rinpoche kindly said we only had to recite the last prayer, but at least we need to know what the prayer is, vaguely, okay? So it's requesting the blessings of all these famous masters, yeah? Enlightened masters of our spiritual tradition, yeah? So after Lama Tsongkhapa, the next one was Togden Jampel Gyatso. Togden means like yogi, okay? Realized master, yeah? And so each verse talks about the qualities of each one of these enlightened masters, yeah? And then it says, which is also in the Self-Healing 2, yeah? Please grant me your blessings. May I cut the creeping vine of self-grasping ignorance within my mental continuum. May I train in love, compassion, and bodhicitta, and may I swiftly accomplish the Mahamudra path of union, which is tantric enlightenment, okay? So this the prayer goes like that, and each one of these masters is in the what do you say, enlightenment state, no? So still we can receive directly their blessings, their inspiration, okay? So we request each one of them by name to bless us, to ripen the realization of the bodhicitta and the correct vision of reality of the generation and completion stage within our mental continuum, yeah, okay? So first was Togden Jampel Gyatso, yeah. Next, Bazo Chukyi Gyaltsen, also a very famous yogi. Next, another yogi means really yogi, you know, lived in a cave, you know, like Milarepa style, our Gelugpa yogis, yeah, living in the Himalayas, not seeing anybody, devoting their life to strict meditation retreats, yeah. Next one was the Supreme Yogi Dharmavajra, yeah. Okay. It's all so famous, yeah. Okay. The next one is very famous, Gyawa Ensapa, yeah. He's the speedy yoga. He's recognized as the first Panchen Lama, yeah. If you're interested, by the way, in these, if you want to know more about them, there's a site called Treasury of Lives on the internet, which is about the Namthas, the hagiographies of the great masters of Tibet. So if you like, you can look there. If not, there's a book about all these Gelugpa lineage masters. I have the book, but unfortunately I can't remember the title now, but I'll find the name for you next time, yeah? So anyway, it's nice to know all the stories, yeah? We have something called the oral tradition, yeah? So it's like we need to know the stories of our tradition, yeah? Okay? It's important, yeah? We're not the first ones ever to do this. In fact, not at all. It's a very long lineage with many great enlightened masters, yeah? Okay, so we need to know our history, like where we come from, those who've gone before us, where is our place in history, and hopefully after us there'll be many more. This is the idea, yeah? We're part of a wave of spiritual experience, okay? So, Gyawa Ensapa, super famous, yeah? Okay, great master, yeah? And part of the inspiration that Lama Gangchen had for the self-healing was based on some of the works of Gyawa Ensapa, the first Panchen Lama, yeah? He told me that in the Sungbum, the collected works of Gyawa Ensapa, is a very special and short practice of the 5 Yamantakas, yeah, with the body mandala, very much like self-healing, yeah. So Rinpoche told me that was one of his inspirations for the self-healing practice, okay? Yeah, so important, yeah. So we request the blessings of Gyawa Ensapa, and then now I'll just tell you the names, just for an auspicious connection with the gurus of our lineage, okay? The next one was Kedrub Sangye Yeshe, so famous, so important. Then Panchen Lobsang Chukyi Gyaltsen, okay? He's the one that made the Guru Puja, yeah? And now also we discovered sorry, I'm going to switch this off, yeah? We also discovered he was one of the abbots of Ganchen Chirpel Monastery, like Albaniano the First, yeah? Okay? So that means our Albaniano, Ganchen Chirpel Healing Center, and thus all our centers, like, for example, the Temple of Great Love in Brazil, the Almeria Temple, all our temples and centers around the world were part of this Ganchen lineage, okay? So that means that our Panchen Lobsang Chukyi Gyaltsen was one of the Mahamudra lineage holders, yeah? So it means within our Ganchen NgalSo tradition, we have this strong connection with the Mahamudra teachings, which is really great, yeah, okay? So that's wonderful news, isn't it, yeah, okay? Okay, next after him, yeah, so important, Panchen Lobsang Chukyi Gyaltsen. Next was another great yogi, Gedun Gyaltsen, yeah? Then Sundru Gyaltsen, Kuncho Gyaltsen. Then there was Lobsang Yeshe, Palden Lobsang Yeshe. Now this is the one we were talking about the last time, yeah? The one that wrote the guide to Shambhala, yeah? The one that went to China, yeah? And the one that our Ganchen Rinpoche in the past life, he went with him together to China, yeah? Okay? When Rinpoche was the abbot of Ganchen, yeah? In the beginning of the 19th century, okay? Late 18th, early 19th centuries. Next was Lapa Tolku. Then Drubwang, supremely powerful one, Lobsang Namgyel. Then next, very important, Kachin Yeshe Gyaltsen. Still we refer a lot to his teachings, his works, his commentaries, yeah? Also, Perchok Nawang Jampa, very famous for us in the philosophy, yeah? Okay? Panchen Palden Yeshe, very important, yeah? Kedrub Nawang Dorje. Nuchul Dhamma very important, yeah? Many of our, like for example, some of the book sadhanas that we have in our NgalSo tradition, like for example, our Kurukuli sadhana, and many others, not just that, yeah, are actually translations of the Nuchul Dhamma. Nuchul means Mercury, yeah? So he was a Lama of Tashilumpo in Tibet, yeah? Tashilumpo. Ganchen is a branch of Tashilumpo, okay? So he was called Mercury because he was like super intelligent, like very quick, yeah? So he kindly he made like short versions of all the long practices of the tantras, yeah, of which many of which we still use today, yeah, very important. Nushul Dhamma Bhadra, yeah. Then Yangchen Drupe Dorje, Kedrup Tenzin Sondru, then Pabonka Rinpoche, the first Pabonka Rinpoche, Pabonka Trinley Gyatso. And I was saying that last time, no, Pabonka Rinpoche is the present name of Chankya Rilpe Dorje, no, who was the great teacher, who was the teacher of the court of China, yeah, in the 18th and 19th centuries, yeah. Then, very famous, Kyabje Trijang Rinpoche, the past one, no, Rinpoche's teacher of all the Gelugpa masters of the generation above us, no. Okay, and then we reach our precious guru, Lama Genshin, yeah. So for us, it's so important, this Mahamudra lineage, yeah, okay. It's the direct lineage of blessing and experience, yeah. And not only that, but they have like a special book, yeah. It's called the what's it? It's called the how do you call it in English? The emanated scripture of the Kadampas, Kadam Trulpe Legbam, yeah, okay. So our masters of the Mahamudra lineage, yeah, of which our Genshin Rinpoche was one, yeah. They have access to like a kind of, but this is true, I'm not making this up, yeah. They have a special book, which it's kind of like nowadays we have things that are like password protected that only few other, you know, kind of difficult to see unless you have the password, yeah. So this Kadam Tropi Legpam, yeah, it's like kind of, you can't see it unless you have a very high and a very pure mind, okay? And this is actually true, yeah. So Rinpoche said, for example, that our Lama Chirpa, yeah, this here, yeah, that the Panchen Lobsang Chuki Gyaltsen, he took this puja out of the Kadam Cholpi Legbang, the emanated scripture of the Kadampas. So there's this book that was actually given to Manjushri, to Lama Tsongkhapa, yeah, with all the kind of special meditation instructions of our tradition that's passed down from generation to generation. So actually, of course, there's several copies of this book, yeah, but only the high masters of our tradition can see it, yeah. So one time I was in, not just me, of course, Rinpoche and me and many other people, as usual, like me and 50 or 100 people. We were in Tashi Lungpo Monastery in Tibet, yeah. And then Rinpoche took us to see the private apartments of the Panchen Lamas, yeah, okay. So then we were having a looking around and taking blessings and things, and there was a bookcase, yeah. Tibetan bookcase looks a bit like, I don't know, like in the old post offices, they have like these kind of pigeonholes, yeah, where they put these long Tibetan texts in, okay? The books are like long, so they have to slot them into this frame, yeah? So there was this whole wall full of Tibetan texts of which you can just see the end, yeah? And there was like one space, and he said, look, that's so important. And we were like, what, Rinpoche? Because I could just see like a space. And he said, oh, there it is. There's the Kadam Cholpi Legbam. That's the copy of the Panchen Lama, yeah? We just look at me. I was just looking at this like space, like whole bookshelf of books in one space, and he said that's it because he has this different perception than us. Yeah, okay. So anyway, and Rinpoche had a copy himself. Yeah, and anyway, and also of course His Holiness Trijang Rinpoche, of course, has one, and the High Lamas they have like copies of this book. Yeah. Anyway, so this is true. Yeah. Okay. So anyway, so. We request the blessings of the Mahamudra lineage, and we especially request their blessings to help us to develop love, compassion, and bodhicitta. Why? Because we need to, as Rinpoche said, change our small, selfish heart into the big, open heart of compassion, yeah? And we need to change the way we see things, because now everything we see is wrong, yeah? Because we were born with a fault in our brains, a perceptual fault, so we see everything in an incorrect way. We perceive everything as having an essence, everything being true causes of pain or pleasure, yeah? So everything naturally goes wrong from that point. So we need to fix our minds, which is what the Dharma's for, no? Okay? And there's some special fixing instructions in the Mahamudra lineage, okay? So we're very, very lucky that they've been passed down to us, you know, through this great lineage of masters up to the present day, yeah? So lucky, yeah? Okay? So anyway, so we request, actually, in this book, actually, Rinpoche's book, it's this part. It says many times this. Let me just find an example. Yeah? So the last verse of the Mahamudra prayer is, "Please, Oh, Pakyuki Kudan Dagi Lu, Pakyuki Sudan Dagi Na, Pakyuki Tudan Dagi Yi Dunya Mechi Tu Jingi Lo. Okay? Oh, Holy Father, may your holy body become one with my body. May your holy speech become one with my speech. May your holy mind become one with my mind. May your holy energies become inseparable from mine, yeah? Okay, so then Rinpoche add Makyuki, yeah? Why? Because actually, we have also not only Buddha is not just male, no? Everybody can get enlightened. Buddha can be male or female. It's the same, no? Yeah. Also, I think one thing that attracts a lot of people to Vajrayana Buddhism is we have a lot of positive female archetypes, female Buddhas, no? Okay. So Rinpoche wanted to emphasize that. He always said he was a feminist, no? And he was always promoting this kind of thing, no? Like female Buddhas, yeah? And women's rights, yeah? Okay. So anyway, so then you start to do like this Pakyuki Kudang, Makyuki Kudang, okay? Yeah. Also to emphasize that we need to develop the two energies, yeah? Method and wisdom, new bliss and emptiness, yeah? And we need to make peace with the two energies, yeah? When we talk about in the future, when we get around to talking about Rinpoche's book, Making Peace with the Environment, we'll talk about this in a lot more detail, okay? Okay, this is just the beginning, yeah? So hopefully we're all going to go on a journey together, yeah? Not just a journey of talking and thinking, but a journey of practice together, yeah? So Rinpoche asked us to go in more detail through all his practices, yeah? So, okay, so bit by bit, Lama Michelle and me, we can explain everything, but then what we should all do actually is put immediately into practice the instruction and meditate on it, yeah? Don't think, okay, that was interesting, and then forget all about it, yeah? Because all of this, the point of this is to transform our mind, yeah? So each time if we hear something interesting, we should immediately try and apply it to our meditation practice to make it better. And then in this way, we're all going in the right way, okay? So anyway, so like this, yeah? So page 57, and as Rinpoche did every single time, as we do every time, Pakyuki Kudan Dagi Lu, Pakyuki Sundan Dagi Na, Pakyuki Tudan Dagi Yi, Dunya Mechi Tu Jingi Lo, Makyuki Kudan Dagi Lu, Makyuki Sundan Dagi Na, Makyuki Tudan Dagi Yi, Dunya Mechi Tu Jingi Lo. Okay, one thing that's not obvious in our Western languages is in Tibetan they have what's called honorific language, okay? So in Tibetan it says Pakyuki Kudang Dagi Lu. So that when they say ku, yeah, this is like honorific way of saying that Buddha's holy body, yeah, relating to the guru, okay? When we say Lu, my body, yeah, this is like a normal one, yeah? So in Tibetan it's super clear the difference. What it means is that we need to improve, yeah? We need an upgrade, yeah? Whereas in our language we say your body and my body, it doesn't sound the same, yeah? But anyway, it's kind of two different languages, yeah? Okay? And in these ancient spiritual languages, these things are very clear, yeah? Why? Because we show respect to people with understanding of reality, okay? That's why we say, like, the guru's body is ku and his speech is sung, like holy speech, yeah? The mind is the holy mind, tuk, okay? And we want an upgrade, yeah? Of our ordinary body, speech, and mind by receiving the holy energy of the guru's body, speech, and mind on the subtle level, yeah, like to transform our very subtle mind and energy, the pranas and the consciousness within our heart chakra, okay? So we do like this, yeah? So you can do that as many times as you want in a day. It's always a good thing, yeah, okay? So, so till now, what did we do? We took refuge, yeah, we did the 7 limitless thoughts, yeah? Developed some semblance of bodhicitta. We did. We invoked the Guru Buddha and did the 7 limb prayer. Offered the mandala. We requested the lineage of Guru. So it's not just His Holiness Kyabje Trijang Dorji Chang and Rinpoche, but they're the last 2. So Rinpoche thought if we have to repeat 40 names, there's no way we'll just fall asleep. Yeah. We'll never do it. So I said, just do these 2 and just know that all the rest are there, yeah? So when we have, for example, we have these images of Lama Chöpa, no, in all our temples in the world, in our Dharma centers, we have this tanka we call the field of merit, yeah? And above are all the gurus, yeah, the tantric lineages, and then we have Manjusri and Maitreya and so on, okay? So then we just think, when we say Pakyaki Kudandagilu, when we think of all of those gurus sending us their blessings, okay? But no need to say everybody's name directly, yeah? Okay, fortunately. Okay, then we did the Kyuni Lama, Kyuni Yidam, yeah, okay? Pakyaki Kudang, and dissolve the Guru's holy mind into our heart, yeah? Now, if we want to just stay there and meditate on the nature of the mind and think about the nature of reality and develop bodhicitta, that would be fantastic, yeah? Perfectly acceptable, yeah? Yeah. However, if we wish to continue with the practice, we can then go on to, in here, page 58, okay? In my book, yeah? It says page 58. I don't know if you can see, yeah? Can you see? It says self-generation as Vajrasattva through the 3 transformations, yeah? Okay? So now, having dissolved the Guru into the heart, what happens, yeah? So, it says Om Sobhava Shuddha Sawa Dhamma Sobhava Shuddhoham, which is a Sanskrit phrase. So what happens now, yeah? All things are the nature of absolute space, and so am I. What happens now, yeah? So now, super important, yeah, is what's called the 3 transformations, yeah? To do a tantric practice properly, what we need is a good basis, okay? So we need like the 3 principal paths, like 3 principal aspects: definite emergence. We need to develop love, compassion, empathy, if possible, bodhicitta, the second one, yeah? And the third, we need some understanding of the nature of reality, that things don't have an essence, that everything is interconnected, yeah? These are the 3, let's say, principal building blocks we need for a tantric practice, yeah? Then on top, there's some other things, yeah? However, the other day I was reading a retreat manual by one very famous Lama, and he said something I thought was very nice that I'd like to share with you. So I said, actually, you know, he said, what we need for our tantric practice to be very successful is, first, we need to develop love and kindness, empathy, okay, bodhicitta, yeah? He said the second thing we need to develop is the strong feeling of impermanence, yeah? And Rinpoche certainly gave us this lesson very strongly this year, didn't he, yeah? Okay. And number 3, we need to tune into the Guru's blessings, yeah? Okay. So he said, with these 3, all your practice will be successful, yeah? Okay. So if we have a good heart, remember impermanence, which this year is very hard not to forget, no? And if we connect all the time with our Guru's blessings, yeah, through the mantra, through the prayer, you know, through all these Guru yogas, then for sure our practice will be successful, yeah? And he was also saying, which is a very common thing that the High Lamas say, he was saying that if we seek out the blessing of a Yidam, of a Tantric Buddha, we receive the blessing of that Yidam, okay? If we seek out the blessing of our Guru, we receive the blessings of all Yidams, all Gurus, all Buddhas, all Bodhisattvas, all Dakinis, all Dakinis, okay? So we should focus on that, receiving the blessing of the Guru, and then everything else will come easily, will come automatically, okay? Yeah? So I think we should try and do like that, okay? So we dissolve our Guru's holy mind into our heart, yeah? And I've been speaking, you know, over these last months to many of our Sangha members around the world, and many people have told me that they really, really feel even somehow like Rinpoche's blessing is stronger than before, you know? That it's kind of more, the line is not switched off, but it's more powerful, is more active than before, yeah? Okay? So that's correct, no, isn't it, yeah? Yeah, so we need to continue like this. So we dissolve Rinpoche's holy body, speech, and mind into our subtle mind. And what happens then, if we look from the tantric point of view, is that, okay, what will happen if the Guru's mind dissolves into our ordinary mind? Our mind will gather into the heart chakra, okay? Automatically, yeah, because the Guru's mind is more powerful, more potent than ours, okay? So we have actually a tantric visualization that one day will become reality, which is, you know, like nowadays TVs are not like this, but okay, I'm in my mid-50s, okay, so bear with me, young people. When I was young, yeah, TVs, yeah, when you had a TV, a big TV, you know, big, heavy, you used to not with it, we didn't have the TV command, but you had to switch it off with the button. And when you switched it off with the button, the picture would go like this, and it would gather into one point in the middle, usually like green point, and then poof, disappear. Yeah, okay. So more or less, this is what we have to visualize now. That this world that we perceive ourselves to being as being in, and our image of ourselves, I'm this, I'm that, this and that nationality, I'm this age, that's my personality, this is what I did, this is what I studied, all this stuff, yeah, about ourselves, all just poof, disappears, gathers and disappears into space, okay? We're like changing channels, yeah? Why we're changing channels is because this channel is really boring. Fed up of this one, yeah? This is what we mean by definite emergence, yeah? Since we were born, and actually much before that, but let's talk about this life, we always sought happiness. Everybody seeks happiness, but we did it in a mistaken way, yeah? We always thought, okay, if I just do that, I'll be happy. If I just study a bit more, or I get a better job, or more money, or I go on holiday, or have a bigger house, or a better house, or another house, or another partner, or a cat or a dog, or I buy this, then I'll be happy. Yeah, we're educated like this, isn't it? If you do this and you work hard and accumulate all this, you will be happy. So we have this myth, no, in our culture that that's how it will be, no. So all our life running like this, trying to achieve happiness. Okay. So we all bought loads of things off Amazon. We did all kinds of things. We traveled the world. We had relationships. We bought houses. We did all these things, and still not quite happy yet. Something's missing. Yeah. Okay. This is the existential crisis of samsara. And unfortunately, this channel, the samsara channel, is never going to be satisfactory. Yeah. Why? Because, as Lord Buddha said, yeah, our experience is the nature of suffering. Yeah. Okay. 3 types of suffering: pain, pleasure, and changeable suffering. And we ourselves are responsible for our own experience. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Due to our own karma, our own action, and our own deluded emotions, we are creating this we're not saying the world doesn't exist, by the way, but we're saying we experience the world in a subjective way, which is, let's say, not the best one, because the basis is not right. Yeah. Okay. The basis is like based on an error. It's like we have a computer with a virus in it, a mental computer, so everything from the start is wrong. Yeah. Okay. But okay, so we need to understand that. Yeah. Okay. Second, good news is that we can fix our mental computer. Yeah. And there's a path called Dharma. Yeah. That allows us to do that. Yeah. So this is the 4 noble truths that the Buddha taught, and Rinpoche La always explained, like our teachings are called NgalSo, no? So the first syllable, Nel, yeah? It's like relax in English, no? NgalSo. The first syllable, Nel, means all the negative, interdependent causes and conditions we don't want because they make us miserable. That is, all things finally bring us unhappiness and dissatisfaction, even the nice things, yeah? And secondly, we are responsible for our own experience, yeah? Our own karma and delusion right now is making us experience the world in an unsatisfactory way. Yeah. Okay, that we don't want. We want the so part, the good part. Yeah. So if we put the Dharma into practice, we can completely fix our mental computer. Yeah, and perceive the world in a pure and happy and positive way. Yeah. Okay. This is the basis premise of Dharma. This is why we practice the Dharma. Yeah. And that we have different parts of Dharma. We have Theravada, Mahayana, and Vajrayana. And we, as Ganda Nyingma practitioners, actually, we have to practice all 3 parts, yeah, okay, at different times, yeah. Respect all 3 yanas, all 3 vehicles, yeah. And if we care about other people and the environment, we should try and evolve as quickly as possible, because the world is overpopulated, the sea levels are rising, things are not good. So we can't wait hundreds and hundreds of years in order to help society. We need to do it right now, yeah? So therefore, in order to be of some use, to develop more ability to help others, we should enter into the Vajrayana practices, okay? So in the Vajrayana, yeah, in order to do Vajrayana, Tantra is kind of a synonym, yeah? In order to do a diamond way path, in order to do a tantric practice, we need to do something called according to the highest yoga tantras I'm talking about, yeah, of which NgalSo Tantric Self-Healing is one, yeah. We need to do something called the 3 transformations, yeah. So What this is, basically, we need to switch off this boring, unsatisfactory channel. It's a bit like, like, okay, nowadays we have like TV, much better TV, yeah? Like, I don't know what you call it, streaming, no? Okay. In the olden days, like in the 60s, 70s, and 80s, we had really, really rubbish TV. Not many channels and all very boring with, I don't know, like police films, or something really, really rubbish. Yeah? And that was all there was, nothing else to do, no? Okay. So we're stuck on a very boring channel. We've had enough of it. It will never be satisfactory. So we want to switch off and change channels. We want a better channel, yeah? Because our mind cannot be destroyed, okay? Our only choice, actually, is how we choose to perceive reality, basically, yeah? Now, out of ignorance, out of unknowing, yeah? We've always projected reality in an unsatisfactory way and always been unhappy, miserable, depressed, etc., etc., okay? But with peace education, yeah, with wisdom, we can start to learn to project reality in a pure and positive way. And so the three transformations, this is what it's about, yeah? Okay, so we imagine that now, okay, like whoever we are, wherever we are, like, I'm here in this city with my identity, my past, my degrees, my this, my that, all this, poof, dissolves into space, okay? Okay. And now, from that space, we're going to recreate reality. So when everything dissolves into one point, what happens, okay? Actually, what this actually means is that the mind gathers inwards into the heart chakra, yeah? This gradually we will talk about a lot more during the course of the NgalSo teachings, okay? So when we talk about Tantra and all these kind of things, Vajrayana, yeah? What we're talking about is how to use our everyday human experience in a positive way, yeah? How to use it in order to improve ourselves, okay? So we're not talking about anything like out of our world or something only a few people can do, yeah? We're talking about how to transform everyday experiences into something very profound, very meaningful. So every day, yeah, without choice, all of us, we eventually fall asleep, yeah? And then most of us, we all dream, but some people, they don't remember, yeah? And then we wake up, and every day it goes like this. We fall asleep without choice, we dream without choice, and then we wake up without choice, yeah, okay? And then we pass the day, and then again, falling asleep, dreaming, waking up again and again and again and again. I don't know how many hundreds of thousands of times in the course of our life, yeah? But a lot, yeah, okay? Like every year, 365, yeah? So then every 10 years, what's that, 3,655, yeah? And then, anyway, in 30 years is like 10,000, yeah? And then, so anyway, maybe like, I don't know, like say 20 or 30, depends how long you live now, 20, 30, 40,000 times we experience this in a lifetime, like a lot, yeah? So when we talk about Tantra, what we mean, Tantra means, one meaning in Sanskrit, Tantra is like everything's interconnected, like, like a fabric, yeah? If you look at it under a microscope, it's got many threads like that together, no? Yeah? So everything is interconnected, yeah? Okay? That's one meaning of the word Tantra. Another is mental continuum, yeah? So when we talk about the stream of consciousness, we don't just mean like our ordinary mind, which already is a lot, no? But we mean also what we call our subtle and very subtle mind, yeah? Okay? And because we have a kind of holistic view of reality, when we talk about the mind, we immediately link it to the body, yeah? The body and mind, they have a relationship. Why? Because the subtle mind and the subtle body, which is an energy current called pranas, yeah, in Sanskrit, they are like two sides of the same coin, yeah? So wherever there is mind, there is prana, yeah? That wherever there's energy, yeah, there is consciousness. Wherever there is consciousness, there's energy. You can't have one without the other, okay? And these pranas are related to the 5 elements, yeah, okay? So this we will be speaking about a lot in extreme detail over the course of the NgalSo teachings. Yeah, it's very important. Yeah, and in fact, this is where the fundamental idea of the 5 Father Buddhas and the 5 Mother Buddhas comes from. Okay, so Tantra means that as we, without choice, yeah, most of us go to sleep each night, and then we dream, and then we wake up. Our mind passes through different levels of awareness. Okay. So when we fall asleep, actually our mind, it's like, I don't know, like if you go to the swimming baths, no, they have those diving pools, yeah, which I would never go on myself, but you see people like go on those high boards and dive, straight into the water, yeah, okay? So as you fall asleep, it's like your gross mind is entering into the depths of the mind, yeah? We're going deep into the mind, yeah, okay? Then, like a diver, no, then you need to come up, yeah? So then we come up a little bit into the not very subtle mind, but the subtle mind, yeah, like what we call more or less like the subconscious, yeah. And then you need to come up above the water, no? So that when you come up for air, this is like the ordinary mind, the everyday mind. So this is like waking up, yeah. So it's like a cycle, again and again, diving, coming up, coming out, getting out of the swimming pool, and then you do it again and again and again, yeah. It's called samsara for a reason, because it's like, I don't know, like that film Groundhog Day, we do it again and again and again and again and again, the same thing, until one day, maybe, hopefully, we get the point, yeah, and then we understand and something changes. If not, again, and samsara means this, yeah, it means again and again and again, yeah, existence, no, it means continuously repeating. So without choice, again and again, going to sleep, dreaming, waking up, getting out the pool, going to sleep, dreaming, waking up. So again and again we do this, yeah. So this is what happens to everybody, okay? So the Vajrayana teachings, which is a special part of Mahayana Buddhism, yeah, which we decide to do because we want to develop more capacity quickly, is to help us to become aware of these kind of natural cycles of energies and consciousness, and like the deep things that happen within our body and mind, and use them to develop more capacity to get us nearer to awakening, yeah? Remember, the word Buddha actually in Sanskrit means awakening, yeah? To wake up, yeah? Waking up from what? From the illusion of ignorance, yeah? Of unknowing, yeah? So when we say people are ignorant, we're not being rude about them. It's just that we're all unknowing. We don't know how things are, yeah? No, it's just like we were born with this design fault in our mind. So the natural tendency, unless we train through many lives, is to not understand how things are, how things exist, yeah? But anyway, there are wisdom traditions, of which Buddhism is one, that help us to fix our mind to understand the nature of reality, yeah? So this is what we do in Tantra. And why we do it is because we want to help others out of the motivation of bodhicitta, the mind of enlightenment. So it's based on the motivation of empathy, love, and compassion, okay? That's the correct reason for wanting to do this, okay? So, Om Sobawa Shuddha Sawa Dhamma Sobawa Shuddhoham. Our reality switches off, like switching off one of those old TVs, of which there's hardly any left, but anyway. The ones that now you see thrown on the street, yeah? Or gone to the recycling centre. But the picture gathers into one point and then poof, disappears, yeah? So our whole vision of our world and the whole planet and everything that's happening all disappears into one, gathers into us, into one point of light, and then poof, disappears, yeah? If we explain in a very simple way, yeah? Then it says Om Sobawa Shuddha Sawa Dhamma Sobawa Shuddhoham. Okay, so Om, okay, it's a mantra, yeah? So Om, more or less all mantras start with Om. Svabhava means, Sva means self or own, okay? Bhava means nature, so it means the nature, the self nature, yeah, is Shuddha. Shuddha, what does it mean? It means, Shuddha means it's empty, yeah, okay? Empty of inherent existence, yeah? That means if you search for it, you cannot find it, yeah? Okay, also, in our self-healing, when we do Shuddhi, Shuddhi, Soha, like this, yeah? Okay, we always say it means like clean, clear, yeah? Okay, but that's the relative understanding. Actually, on the absolute level, when we say Shuddhi, Shuddhi, things become pure because we understand their absolute nature, which is that things don't exist the way we think they do, yeah? That things exist due to cause and condition, and because of us imposing like their names and their function on top of them, yeah? Okay? So, Om Sobawa Shuddha, all as like self nature is empty of inherent existence, yeah? So, and all Sawa Dharma, all things are Sobawa Shuddha, are empty of inherent existence. And ham means aham, it means I am, yeah? Okay, so literally it means all things lack inherent existence, yeah? And so do I, yeah? So, for example, this book, yeah, lacks inherent existence, yeah? Why? Because, okay, we say, here is a book, okay? But then we say, okay, point to the book. So put the finger here, this is the cover. Put the finger here, this is the page, no? Put the finger here, this is the type, and so on, yeah? So if we analyze, we can never exactly point to the book. We can only point to the parts of the book, yeah? Yeah? So, anyway, this is the Buddhist philosophy, no? So things, of course, they exist and function. Like, I like this book, very useful. We're looking at it now, we're studying this book. But as long as I just look at it without analyzing, okay, conventionally speaking, there's a book. But if I like look in a scientific way or a Buddhist philosophical view, the more I look for it, the more mysterious the book becomes, yeah? Like if we look, for example, scientifically, okay, here's like a book made of paper, and if I get like an electron microscope, I can see like molecules and atoms, and I can see like all kinds of subatomic particles, and finally I can see like space, yeah, okay? Mainly space, 99.99% space, no? So the more we analyze phenomena, the more mysterious and spacious they become, yeah? So this, we might think that's not very earth-shattering, like the emptiness of this book, but if we apply it to ourselves, it becomes much more earth-shattering because it's about us, yeah? Our main source of interest, yeah? And so if we don't exist the way we think we do, no, actually it's giving us the potential for emotional freedom, yeah? Because until now, every moment of our lives, we've always thought we truly exist, and then from that's come all kinds of emotional mistakes and unhappiness, yeah? So actually, this Om Sobawa Shuddha Sawa Dhamma Sobawa Shuddhoham is actually earth-shattering, yeah, if we do it properly, yeah? There's one, of course, many stories now. We have an oral tradition, yeah? So one time, Lama Tsongkhapa was teaching about emptiness to his close disciples, yeah, with many, no? 8 famous ones and 2 K-Drub-J, you know, and he was one of the famous disciples of Lama Tsongkhapa, yeah? So he's listening to Lama Tsongkhapa, and at a certain point he starts to like grab his robes, or not his clothes like this, no? And then Lama Tsongkhapa looked at him and was really pleased because he understood that he didn't truly exist from his own side. So he was kind of like shocked, and he was like grasping at see if he was still there. So he did like this, yeah? So that's a famous story from our tradition, yeah? Of when K-Drub-J first understood the emptiness of himself, no? Okay? He's one of our very famous lineage masters, okay? So, Om Sobawa Shuddha Sawa Dhamma Sobawa Shuddhoham. So actually at this point we should stop and we should think about emptiness, whatever we know. So if we don't know emptiness, no problem. On our NgalSo Flicks, on our NgalSo streaming channel, we have lots and lots and lots and lots of what would you call them? Videos? No, MP4s, no? Of Lama Michelle talking about emptiness, so you can listen there. No, he talks about a lot about the debate, the book of the Panchen Lobsang Chuki Gyaltsen, no, the debate between the wisdom and the self-grasping, yeah, Dagzin Sheddab, no. So we can look there, and we have many, many, many explanations on our streaming channel. So don't panic, yeah. Also, we're in lockdown, so this is something you can't just watch Netflix, no. Better watch NgalSo Flicks, yeah. Yeah, more meaningful, no? Anyway, so please, if you can, watch a little bit of all of those teachings. They're very important, yeah? If not, very simple way, okay. They say that the easiest way to understand emptiness is to understand impermanence, yeah? Okay, that things change, yeah? So, of course, things change all the time, yeah? Just we think we have some obsession that think they don't, and things are fixed, and then all the time, because we're out of touch with the reality, we just suffer all the time, isn't it? Yeah. Because logically, if we look around, we can see it every moment. No, the weather changes, the sun goes up, the sun goes down, the waves move, everything moves around us. No, so for us to feel that we don't change is absolutely ridiculous, isn't it? But we have this like kind of emotional blockage or something that we want everything to be like frozen. Yeah. And all the time we're disappointed because things change. And so you can see we've got something seriously wrong with our minds, yeah? Totally out of touch with reality, yeah? So anyway, so they say of all the like easy way to start to understand about reality is to think about change, about impermanence. So nice thing to do is just look at the nature. like look out the window and see, I don't know, if you can't go outside, look at nature on TV. Anyway, everything changes. I mean, for example, everybody has an apartment, no? Every day the sun rises and the light rises in your apartment and the shadows move across the walls and then the sun sets. You can see the natural cycle around us, yeah? And then the seasons come and go and so on. So there's a clear cycle of things changing, no? So if we think about that, yeah, it's showing us that things are not fixed, yeah? They're not permanent in the way that we sort of wish that they were on a very deep and unrealistic level, yeah? So the more we get in touch with nature, automatically the more we're getting in touch with the nature of reality, yeah? So the first thing to think about is that things change, that things are impermanent. And the second thing to think about is everything is connected, yeah? Okay? Interdependence is called like the king of reasons. If we understand that, no need to read all those enormous tomes on Buddhist philosophy, no need to go to a lot of complicated courses. If you understand interconnectedness, there you are, you understand reality, okay? Okay, but anyway, our mind is kind of really hard, no? So we need all kinds of explanations till finally we get the point. Lama Rinpoche always used to say, he used to call it space training, yeah? That we need to get rid of all these like wrong concepts and focus on the sort of like pure space within our consciousness, yeah? Okay? And so he called his teachings on emptiness space training, yeah. And he said many times, like our mind's always full of problems. No, this, that, this is wrong, all full of concepts all the time. And he used to say, why don't you just put it all in the space garbage bin or the space recycling? Yeah. He used to say, I put all the problems in the space box and then put the lid on it and it's gone. Yeah. And this is what you need to do. So that was a very good advice. Thank you, Rinpoche. Yeah. Yeah, so space means just disappear, no? Because it's not truly existent, no? So Rinpoche used to say all these kind of very profound things like that, actually. He used to say exactly because he's a great master, no? So in the West, okay, now fortunately we have people, great Tibetan masters and also people like Lama Michel, been in Tibetan monasteries who really can say exactly what's the Tibetan tradition, yeah? But in the West, there's a lot of like blah, blah, blah about Buddhism. People somehow many didn't really get the point, yeah? All these concepts, intellectualizing about the reality. Yeah? So Rinpoche always, because he knew what it was directly, just used to say, boof, that's it. Very easy, directly, nice way, easy way, the truth, yeah? So that was one very special quality of Rinpoche, yeah? Like, for example, when the first 10 years Rinpoche came out of India, Nepal, no? And was traveling around the West and the rest of the world, no? People used to go with all kinds of problems, yeah? See, I have this, I have that, my family, my this, my business. And he would give them the mantra of Om Muni Muni Maha Muni Shaki Muni Soha. And then he would say, Om, no problem, Soha, yeah? It's true, yeah? So this is one mantra. Mantra is like an instrument to transform the consciousness, yeah? To transform the manas, the mind, yeah? Okay? So if we say it for long enough, Om, no problem, Soha, Om, no problem, Soha, we'll change the way that we think about these things, yeah? I mean, mantras are not like magic formulas like abracadabra or something, yeah? We have to understand that each one means something, okay? Plus, okay, repeat for thousands of years, yeah? 2,000 years. So they have a special kind of lineage and vibration because these enlightened masters were using them, and then many other people as well, yeah? So there's a very strong vibration, positive vibration connected to the mantras, but also they mean something, yeah? Okay? So, Om, no problem, Soha, is a modern mantra made by Rinpoche, yeah? Which we should also remember to say. Or many times, Rinpoche used to say all the time, people come to me saying, problem, 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 yeah? So we need to say, Om, no problem, Soha. Om, it means it doesn't truly exist from its own side. This is like a mental fabrication, yeah? Okay? We need to see things in a different way, okay? So, like this. So in whatever way we can, if we can do like in a very excellent, correct way, having studied properly the Buddhist philosophy, or if we can just go and look at nature and think about interdependence and emptiness and how things exist, due to naming, yeah, due to like kind of we project the function of things onto them, yeah. Like for example, this, okay, it's a cup to me, but to somebody else it may be an ornament. There's things have to have a suitable basis, no? But On top of that, our mind projects their function. It's not truly existing from their own side, yeah? Okay. So anyway, we need to think about emptiness, interdependence, and impermanence. So, NgalSo Bawa Shuddha Sawa Dhamma Sobawa Shuddhoham. Or we can think about science, yeah? If I get an electron microscope and apply it to all phenomena, like the stars, the planets, my book, anything, finally we can just see like subatomic particles and space, yeah, like not much, yeah? And now they're starting to think about the involvement of consciousness, yeah, in the creation of reality, also scientifically, yeah? This is why Buddhism and modern physics are kind of not exactly converging, but they're having interesting conversations, yeah? Because now modern scientists, they acknowledge the role that consciousness plays in the creation of reality, yeah? Very interesting subject, yeah? So, I and all other things do not have an inherent nature, yeah? Okay? The more I look for things, the less I can find. It's like, it's a paradox, yeah? But this is in fact how things are, yeah? As long as I just accept things exist and function without analyzing, it's okay. There's a car, there's a cup of tea, there's a computer, whatever. But when I start to look at the nature of reality, it all becomes very mysterious. Yeah, until I understand that everything is a dependent arising, everything is interconnected. Yeah, and therefore what we do matters. Yeah, okay. This is the point. Yeah, because everything is connected, because things don't have a true essence. Yeah. That means that if we create positive cause and condition, we can enact a positive change on ourselves and society and the world. And that's why all this is super important, yeah? Yeah. So even though things are difficult at the moment, if we like collectively do the right thing, we can still enact a positive change in this world, yeah? So there's no need to feel hopeless. If things are hard, we just need to make more effort to do the right thing, okay? So, NgalSo Bawa Shuddha Sawa Dhamma Sobawa Shuddhoham, yeah? All things are the nature of absolute space. That means they're empty. Okay, so over the course of the explanations of NgalSo, we'll be talking a great deal about this, about, like, where am I? Am I my nose? Am I my eye? Am I my ear? Am I my tongue? Am I this? Am I that? No, no, no. I'm none of those things, yeah? Finally, this sense of I cannot find it anywhere. It seems to be just like a mental fantasy, yeah? That my mental computer is continuously churning out and making me unhappy, yeah? So if I had a program on my computer that was continuously giving me problems and ruining all the other programs on my computer, what would I do? I would delete it, no? Yeah, obviously, yeah? So this is what we need to do with this fabrication of self-existence, yeah? That all it does is create us unhappiness, yeah? So the Buddhist meditation on emptiness is not emptiness, it's like fixing our mental computer, okay? Yeah? Yeah? So then what we do is see things correctly, yeah? Yeah? For the first time, actually. First time we see things as they actually are, yeah? Okay? So anyway, so in the Tantra, it's kind of like, it's doing Mahayana Buddhism, but like, we involve like the gross mind, the subtle mind, the subconscious mind, and the deep parts of our mind. We involve many different things, many different aspects of ourselves together, yeah? So we involve our visual imagination, we say mantras, we do gestures, we do channel our energy together in order to focus our energy so it becomes more powerful, yeah? Okay? So once anyway, this I need to talk about another time. Now I'm speaking kind of generally, but also as the mind gathers, yeah? What happens is the mind, it's like, when you switch off your computer, yeah? Okay, it always shuts down in a sequence, doesn't it, yeah? Okay, it's always the same, yeah? So also our body and mind, as we go to sleep, actually, or go into meditation, yeah? It always shuts down in the same sequence. And what we call that is the dissolution of the elements, yeah? Okay, so this we will talk about in great detail over the course of the next months and years, yeah? But what we need to know is there's a sequence, yeah, of the mind shutting down in stages, and we need to recognize these stages, yeah? And we need to recognize, like, when the subconscious, when the subtle mind appears, and when the very subtle fundamental state of human consciousness arises, yeah? And we need to learn to wake up those subtle minds and put positive thoughts there, okay? Like link them with what we call the two bodhicittas, yeah? So this is what Tantra actually is, contrary to everybody's funny ideas on the internet, yeah? So if you want your money back now, well, actually, this is free, so you can't have any money back, yeah? But Tantra is this, okay? The 3 transformations, yeah? Okay? Transforming death, bardo, and rebirth, yeah? Why? Because we're training in meditation, training by going into deep meditation and then being in meditation and coming out again. We're training to transform, going to sleep, dreaming, and waking up. And so what we're actually training to transform is to transform death and what's called the bardo, the after-death state, and rebirth, yeah? Okay? So these things like entering meditation, meditating and coming out, and going to sleep, and dreaming, and waking up, and dying, and the bardo, and rebirth, yeah, are like harmonics of the same thing. It's the same cycle of going deep, coming up, yeah? It's the same cycle all the time, yeah? Again and again and again, but it's like harmonics of the same energy, you know? So, first we train in meditation, and then gradually over the course of our life. Anyway, it goes like this, yeah? So let's start the training, okay? If we didn't start already, yeah? So actually, fortunately for most of us, we did this so many times with Rinpoche, yeah? So we have at least a little familiarity. So what we need to now do is continue, yeah? In the same direction, yeah? So, page, in my book, yeah? Page 59. You can see, it says, okay. Page 59, it says, transforming, what does it say? Transforming death into the path of the truth body, okay? If you don't like the word death, you can say transforming, meditating, entering into meditation, into something like the truth body, yeah? Or transform, going to sleep into something like the truth body, yeah? And that's also acceptable because now I told you, we have this cycle, like going to sleep, dreaming and waking up, yeah, this cycle like this, yeah. This is our raw material, yeah. Okay. If we practice this kind of like self-healing meditation, not like once or twice, but for many times, like months and years and years and years, gradually, the energies will start to change. To heal, to grow, to evolve, yeah. Okay. So then it's called the path level, yeah. And then we hope, yeah, that when we come to die, yeah, then we will have a good death, a good rebirth, and a good intermediate state and a good rebirth, as Rinpoche is so magnificently manifesting at the moment, showing us it's totally possible, yeah? Actually, speaking of which, yeah, like yesterday, as you know, no? These days, no, in Albania, no? Lama Michel and Drupchen Rinpoche and our community, yeah, they're organizing to build the beautiful stupa which will hold Rinpoche's holy remains, which will soon be brought back to Albaniano. Okay, so they're doing what? So the stupa, okay, a stupa is actually the symbol of meditation, isn't it? There's the 5 elements, yeah, and then the symbol of the subtle and very subtle mind, yeah. It's encoded into the shape, yeah. Like the square dome, the box at the bottom, this is the earth element, yeah. Then there's a dome, which is the circle, is the water element, yeah. Then there's the spire, which is the fire element. Then there's the decoration on top, the wind element, and the space element. It's the 5 elements, okay? Which is what okay. So yesterday they were doing like one blessing. No, they're doing many rituals for Rinpoche's stupa. Of course, it's like Rinpoche's very high lama, yeah. So it's not like any old funeral monument. You need to do it in the most beautiful way, the most correct way, yeah, according to our tradition. So fortunately, we have all these Rinpoches and lamas who know how to do, yeah. So they're doing in the best and most perfect way all the rituals, yeah, blessing the stupa, blessing the land, and this and that, yeah. So yesterday, I don't know if you all saw, when they were doing the stupa ritual, yeah, preliminary ritual, there'll be many, yeah, they appear in the sky like a rainbow. Like, I don't know, please, if you didn't see, please everybody pass around in our Sangha groups. This is amazing, no? It looks like a rainbow angel, or like in ancient Egyptian, you know, like these goddesses with the wings like this, yeah, flying in the sky, yeah. So beautiful, yeah. Because Rinpoche is continuous, there's no rain, yeah. No clouds, yeah. Rainbow figure appears in the sky. Why? Because this Rinpoche manifestation, no? As he's showing us again and again and again. So he's showing us it's possible, yeah. He said, no, I'm going to prove to you the reality of reincarnation, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I heard him say that many, many times. I was like, oh no, Rinpoche, please stay here, you know. But anyway, now he's doing it. No, okay. Kindly, he's showing us this because he said, I'm come to the Western world, to the modern world, to show the power of the Dharma. He said, already there's many great teachers who are perfect teachers, yeah, okay, who can explain all the Dharma, all the Sutra and Tantra from A to Z. I don't need to do that. I said, I've come to heal people who are very sick, who are very suffering, and to show the power of the Dharma. And so that's what he did, no, what he's doing, yeah, okay. And this was part of what he wanted to show, okay. So thank you, Rinpoche. And please come back as soon as possible, okay? Yeah. So anyway, so if you haven't seen that, please, everybody, pass around. Amazing, another amazing. We've seen many beautiful things this year, no? Many beautiful manifestations of Rinpoche's like holy mind, no? So yesterday, I don't know, rainbow angel, rainbow dakini, rainbow goddesses in the sky, yeah, okay? So beautiful, no? Anyway, so page 59, okay? Okay. Okay, here, you can see that. So it says transforming death into the path of the truth body. So unfortunately, we will all die sooner or later. Nobody ever managed not to die. Well, actually, that's not true. There's a few immortals, yeah. The Buddha left a few arhats, yeah. Asked them to remain, yeah, to take care of the Buddha's teachings. Also, there's some Taoist immortals and a few others. There are some immortals, but not many. The rest of us, it is guaranteed we will all die, yeah, including the Buddha, including all the High Lamas, including Jesus Christ, everybody dies, okay? So what we need to do is use our death in the best way. So now, of course, all the mystical traditions, they say that in order to live fully, we have to embrace death, yeah, okay, to understand death, and we will live in the most meaningful way, yeah? So one special quality of our Vajrayana practice is not, of course, yeah, we need to acknowledge that we will die in order to not waste our time, yeah, to live fully, also to be happy, no, yeah, not waste our time with stupid things, and use the rest of the time that we've got left to do positive things, to help the others, you know, to live in the best way we can. But especially, what we need to do is our Vajrayana tradition. It has special quality that the lineage of yogis of the past now and present, like Rinpoche, they know what death is. They know how to meditate on death, yeah, and how to transform it, yeah. How do they know? Because death is like when we go to sleep, yeah, but it's just like the same but stronger, yeah, okay. And when you wake up from being dead, you wake up in another body, in another world. Whereas when you wake up from going to sleep, you wake up, yeah, like as your self you were the day before, yeah. So it's the same but a different harmonic, yeah. So when we talk about the truth body in Sanskrit, that's the Dharmakaya, yeah. That is the holy mind of a Buddha, okay, an awakened one, yeah. So in our Vajrayana Buddhism, what we say is, okay, now we have our gross mind, our ordinary mind, yeah, and we can, you know, do normal things, yeah. When we go to sleep at night or when we enter into meditation, our gross mind shuts down in a sequence of which actually is called the absorption of the elements, yeah, which is related to our senses, to many things, yeah. So our gross mind shuts down, and then our subconscious mind comes up, yeah, the realm of dreams, yeah, actually, yeah, okay. And then after that, we experience the fundamental state of human consciousness, yeah. Now, actually, everybody experiences their fundamental state of human consciousness every day when they fall asleep. The only thing is, we are usually unconscious at that point, so we don't recognize. Yeah, why? Because we don't have much familiarity with these things. Yeah, these things are very profound. No, this is why we have this whole yogic technology to wake up the mind to experience this subtle phenomena. Yeah, but anyway, every day, like for let's say one flash, one moment, our mind kind of returns to, like, let's say its reset position, which is the clear light, yeah? So we say in the Vajrayana tradition that everything arises from the clear light, from the fundamental state of human consciousness. And then our mind manifests our reality, yeah? And then everything returns to the clear light, yeah? And so it goes like this every day. Going to sleep, everything shutting down, back to the clear light, yeah? Then dreaming, waking up, everything appears again, yeah? So we're not saying that there is no world, okay? But what we're saying is that all of us subjectively experience reality in a very colored way, depending on our own experience, yeah? This is why we say our karma and our delusions is creating our reality, yeah? Because we don't just see reality directly as it is, yeah? Okay, we would like to, and this is why we're training in Buddhist meditation, so that we perceive reality as it is without any distortion, any filter, yeah? Like either intellectual or perceptual, yeah? We would like to have, like we say, like this mirror-like experience that we just see directly how things are, like an image in a mirror, yeah? Okay? But now that's not our case, yeah? I mean, they're saying now that, like, now we're talking about modern perceptual psychology, okay? Science, yeah? That, I don't know, here's an avocado, okay? So, like, okay, I've got this big field of vision, but the actual bit I can see directly with my, okay, the true perception of reality is like a little bit like that in the center of my field of vision. So if you imagine like something like, not exactly like an avocado, but a little bit like this, everywhere we look in the middle, just that much is a direct perception, yeah, okay? Okay, so that's actually like our eyes are seeing directly what's there. And everything else around, I'm not making this up, this is true, yeah? Everything around the avocado, that little point in the center of our field of vision, is actually a virtual reality, yeah? Based on what we saw and we remembered previously, yeah? So it's kind of like, basically, like we're here, like wherever we are in our room, yeah? And if we look around, we think, okay, here I am in my room. Of course it's there. I can touch it. Yeah, I'm sure it's there. I bought it. Yeah, it's my room. Yeah, okay. But it's like only that much of it we can see like directly. Okay, just a little piece. Yeah, okay, like a little bit like that. Yeah, all the rest is like a kind of virtual reality. Yeah, okay. Incredible, no? But this is not even what they say in the Buddhist text, although Buddhist texts say something similar. But this is what perceptual psychologists have worked out in the last few decades, yeah? So basically, this world is like what we think is totally real, nothing to do with us. Like 99.99% is a mental image, okay? Yeah, and only like one little bit, not even a big avocado, like a little avocado. That's the only bit that we can see directly. So we can start to see it straight away that for sure, if we have any like kind of distortion in our mental, let's say, program, then we're going to see things wrong, aren't we? Because if reality is subjective, you know, our experience of reality is going to be totally colored, and that in fact is our case, yeah, which is why we make so many mistakes about everything, yeah. Anyway, so what we need to do is learn to see things correctly, yeah, and get rid of those. So this world, yeah, that we think is so totally real, yeah, and we think, oh, Buddhist meditation, it's all just people with, I don't know, like hippie people sitting around trying to get out of reality. And that's completely not true, yeah? Anyway, the Buddha was a prince, no? He was not a hippie, he was not a loser, he was a Siddhartha means the guy that was fully accomplished in all fields, yeah? Okay? So what we're trying to do is extend our field of vision, actually, in Buddhist meditation. We're trying to just see things correctly, yeah? We're not trying to get out of our world or have fantastic visions. We're trying to just experience reality as it is, like in a scientific way, okay? Yeah, okay, but not just in this sort of scientific way that's talked about in terms of like modern science, but also the subconscious mind and the subtle body and mind. There's different levels, yeah, of scientific analysis, yeah? So now we have this clear light mind, yeah, this fundamental state of human consciousness, yeah, okay? Now we have what's called the basic level, yeah, okay? So this, now it's like actually the like kind of raw material is not here in the middle of my chest physically, but on the subtle level, we have something called the heart chakra, yeah? And there is gathered the subtle pranas, which are the base of the 5 elements, yeah? And also the very subtle mind, yeah? And it's in something called, and something like they call in Tibet, they say it's like an amulet box. So basically, you know, like the Kinder eggs that we can buy in the supermarket, yeah, okay? You know, Kinder Surprise, yeah? There's like two bits now, isn't it? There's like an orange bit and a white bit, and if you open it up, there's like a little surprise, like, I don't know, a plastic toy or something, yeah? So in the center of our heart chakra is not a Kinder egg, but there's our very subtle mind, like, yeah, now, anyway, like this, like one of those Kinder eggs, yeah? And this only opens at the time of death. What happens when this opens is that we die, yeah, okay? Die means the physical body drops away, and the contents of that, the very subtle mind and energy, the prana, continue, yeah? And then, okay, it means there's just that, and then gradually again we'll reform another reality, yeah, okay, another birth, yeah. So it's like everything, all sentient beings want to return to the clear. Everything arises from the clear light. All sentient beings want to return to the clear light. So it's going like this, yeah, again and again and again, yeah. We're gathering back into death, yeah, and then the mind remanifests, yeah, and we're born again, and it goes like this and like that, again and again. Just like every day, without choice, we go to sleep, and then we wake up. So that's how it goes. Like, it's like a natural process, yeah. Actually, our universe also is cyclic, yeah. One day will also be destroyed, and then again there'll be another big bang, and we'll be reborn again. So it's a cyclic world, a cyclic universe, cyclic states of consciousness, yeah. So we have the basic one, yeah, this like base clear light and the pranas in our subtle mind, yeah. What we need to do is get like the purified state of that, yeah, which finally will be called something called the truth body, the Dharmakaya, the mind of a Buddha, yeah, an awakened one, yeah. Now we have the subtle mind of a non-awakened one, an ordinary person, yeah, okay, that like in a confused way, due to unknowing, is doing this and doing that and doing this and doing that, yeah, manifesting and absorbing, but not understanding what's happening, no? Then everything's like, we see everything wrong and we create many fantasies and we're always uncomfortable and creating problems and suffering for ourselves and everybody else, yeah, okay? And we see reality in an impossible way, that things don't change, and then of course they do, then all the time we're miserable and we're upset, so not good, no? So in our wisdom tradition, we try and rectify this and see things correctly, yeah? So finally, what we want is here, we want to develop the Dharmakaya, we want to develop the mind of an awakened one, a Buddha, yeah, okay? So we have something called taking the result into the path, yeah, okay, in our Vajrayana practice. So that means that now we imagine that we are awakened, that we got the result, yeah, okay? Even in fact, we don't have, we ordinary people, we don't have the result, yeah, but we imagine that we do, yeah? Why? Because this is like, how do you say, not only does it encourage us, but it's creating a positive interdependence, a positive cause and condition for the future result to ripen, yeah? Let me give you an example, yeah? Let's say, for example, I don't know, let's say now I'm in Malaga, no? Maybe I decide I want to do the Camino de Santiago, yeah, the pilgrim route of Spain, yeah? And there's one part of it, the what's it called, Camino de Plata, the southern one goes from Andalusia to Santiago in the north of Spain. It would be very far, but okay, it's possible, yeah? So let's say I set off from my house, yeah, and maybe I got 100 meters and I'm feeling a bit tired, yeah, okay? Thinking, oh, it's too far, yeah? So if I imagined, like, I was already there, like I'd already reached Santiago and it was fantastic and I was super happy and I'd achieved my goal, then I feel much more encouraged to continue, yeah, okay? So this is also positive psychology, yeah, okay? Right now, okay, it's true, I'm not a Buddha, but I am going to imagine I am a Buddha. Why? Because it creates the cause for me to become one in the future, yeah? Or for example, little children, no? Maybe when they're little boy or little girls these days as well, no? Little child, no? Maybe they want to become a famous footballer, yeah? So first of all, what they need to do is imagine they're a famous football player, and then they ask their mum or their dad to buy them, I don't know, like the Barcelona football shirt or the Manchester United football shirt, no? And they start playing football, with their friends, and then if they continue for long enough and then train for a long time, yeah, and put some conditions together, who knows, maybe in the future they may become a famous football player, yeah? So anyway, so this is like human psychology, okay? These we call the 3 transformations. What we have now is the basic state. We have the raw materials. We have an ordinary body, speech, and mind. Yeah, okay, yeah. We have the raw, but then we need some kind of alchemy, some kind of way to transform them into the body, the speech, and mind of an awakened person, yeah, a Buddha. So we have 3 levels. We have ordinary level, like us, ordinary, yeah. Then we have the path level of people on the path who are practicing, who are evolving. And then we have the resultant level, the awakened level, yeah. The Dharmakaya, the Sambhogakaya, and the Nimanakaya, yeah. 3 Buddha bodies, okay. So this is very, very important, these 3 transformations, yeah. So in the book it says transforming death into the path of the truth body, or if you like, transforming going to sleep into the path of the truth body, or transforming meditating into the path of the truth body, yeah. So it says, the world and all beings melt into light and dissolve into me. The body, my body, gradually melts into light from above and below and dissolves into my heart chakra. Then even that disappears, and I have the blissful experience of my clear light mind mixed with absolute space. Yeah, okay? So what we do is that we think, okay, this world, yeah, which I'm, so involved with, I'm always like thinking, oh, this is happening, that's happening, and like listening to the news and it's horrible and things like that. We have to think that, okay, yes, I'm now going to dissolve my subjective experience of reality into space. Yeah, I'm going to acknowledge that I'm making this up, this world, with the 5 continents and COVID and all the stuff that's happening in the world. This is also this is my subjective experience, okay? We're not saying the world doesn't exist, but my perception of all this, I'm going to reabsorb, I'm going to reclaim, I'm going to take it back, yeah, okay? So, like the whole world, like north and south and east and west, and all the 5 continents and all the stars and planets, and all the 9 billion people in the world, and all the animals and fishes and dolphins and everything, and all the trees, yeah? We imagine they all become like kind of like a hologram, yeah? They melt into light, yeah? So to us, they all look like really solid and really real, and okay, nothing to do with us, yeah? So we imagine that they become like more like transparent, and finally like they dissolve into light, okay? Like everything dissolves into lights, yeah? Like if you like rainbow lights, yeah? And then all this lights of the universe gather inwards, yeah? Okay? Why? Because like when we enter into meditation, our mind gathers into our heart chakra, yeah? Yeah? Or when we go to sleep, our mind gathers. So we visualize that the whole universe, our whole perceptual world, is gathering into our heart chakra, okay? Because we're setting into process like a kind of, we're diving deep into our mind. It goes always in the same sequence, and there's like various techniques we need to stimulate for it to go, yeah, okay? Apart from just falling asleep, yeah, okay? So if we want to do it consciously, we have these kind of wisdom keys that help us to set that process into motion, yeah? So we imagine that the world dissolves into me, yeah? And my ordinary appearance, my ordinary body, yeah, also becomes like less and less solid. It turns into light, yeah, okay? So this body that we're so obsessed with, yeah? Oh, I'm getting a white hair, my teeth, my eyes, my this, my that, yeah? I'm like this, I'm like that, all dissolves into light, yeah, okay? Then the light body starts to gather from above and below. That means from our feet, it starts to go up like this, yeah? And from our head, it starts to go like this. So it gathers into a ball of light around the heart chakra. Heart chakra means here, no, in the center of the chest. We're not talking about the physical heart. We're talking about here. Chakra means like a wheel or a center of energy, yeah? So now we're talking about our subtle nervous system, yeah, okay? Which we'll talk about more as we go through Rinpoche La's book, okay? Like presently, okay? But now it's enough to imagine that all our body and mind and the universe gathers into light, and all this gathers into a ball, yeah? Here. Then this ball becomes smaller and smaller and smaller, yeah? Into one point, like I said, like the TV switching off, the old TVs, it disappears into one point, yeah? Sometimes it's blue, sometimes it's red, sometimes it's green, sometimes it's white, but into one point of blissful light, yeah? And then, poof, yeah? No sound, but anyway, disappears, yeah? And what we experience is the blissful state of the clear light mixed with absolute space, yeah? So, at first, you may not actually really experience the clear light mixed with absolute space, but we say to ourselves at this point, I am the Dharmakaya. I have the mind of a Buddha, yeah? Okay? This is the real me, yeah? Yeah? Everything is the nature of bliss and emptiness, yeah? Okay? So we have to make these affirmations every time we do this meditation, yeah? Why? Because one day it will really become true, and that's what really will happen, yeah? And then we say, okay, this is really nice. I'm really, really enjoying it. All my problems have gone. Everything, all my preoccupations, my bank account, all my bad relationships, all the politics in the world have just disappeared. How nice, yeah? But if I stay in the state of the clear light of the Dharmakaya, only other enlightened people, other Buddhas can see me, yeah? So that's not why I decided to do this. I want to do this in order to benefit other beings. Therefore, I need to arise, to manifest in a form whereby I can relate to other beings, yeah, in order to guide them and to help them, yeah. So then comes part 2, yeah, which is the second transformation. And then on page 59, yeah, it says, can you see? It says, transforming the intermediate state into the state of the enjoyment body, yeah, here in the middle of the page, yeah, okay. So what does this mean, yeah? So it means every time after we fall into deep sleep, after some time, yeah, our mind starts to dream, yeah. Every time after we go into deep meditation, after a while, like images and thoughts come up in the mind, no? Every time after we die, we enter into what's called the bardo, the state after death, which is like a dreamlike state between death and rebirth, rather like a dream, yeah, okay? So, again, there's 3 levels, yeah? Meditating level, dreaming level, and bardo level, yeah, okay? 3 harmonics of the same state, okay? So, what we want to transform it into is what's called the Sambhogakaya in Sanskrit, which means something like the enjoyment body, yeah? In the West, we don't have exactly a term for this, but let's say something like, I don't know, pure astral body, pure energy body, pure archetypal body, yeah? So it's like the, when high beings, yeah, like for example, Rinpoche sometimes used to say, look, there, like there, pointing, you say, there is Manjusri, there is Kurukuli, there is this one, and there is that one. And we were like, can't see anything, yeah? But he could see directly, like one person to another, because he could see like these subtle energy bodies. And this is true, yeah? Why I know it's true? Because we ordinary people, we didn't see exactly like that, not like Rinpoche, but something around we could see, yeah? So therefore we can extrapolate that what he was seeing was the same, but much better, yeah? So it's true, yeah? Okay. Really, and sometimes, occasionally, we ordinary people, we do have one flash, one breakthrough, those kind of experiences. But what we don't want one just flash, yeah. We want like Lama Tsongkhapa could see Manjusri anytime, yeah. Like Rinpoche saw Santa Clara in San Francisco, like you see directly, like one to the other, yeah. And this is an experience that the great mystics have, okay. So that's what we want, yeah. First, we want to achieve the enjoyment body, yeah. And also be able to, see it, yeah, okay? So, it says, out of absolute space, that means out of emptiness, yeah? It's written of absolute space because Rinpoche called it space training, yeah, okay? And he said, we need to become inner astronauts, yeah? And he said, you modern people, you've been to the moon, it cost billions of dollars and whatever, yeah, money. And all you brought back was rocks, like not very useful. We Tibetan lamas, we go to the moon every day and we bring back wisdom and compassion, yeah, to the moon and to the clear light, yeah. So I said, need to go to become inner astronauts, yeah. And in fact, in Rinpoche's book, yeah, remember I was saying there's all those victory banners and they have all these like little messages in them, like the Da Vinci Code, yeah. You need to decode the meanings, and it says things like that: become an inner astronaut, do inner space training, and all kinds of messages like that. Yeah, okay. So then, okay, everything's dissolved, like poof, into one point, yeah? Into space. Space does not mean nothingness. What it means is all the wrong concepts. The wrong virtual reality has disappeared, yeah? It's switched off, yeah? Now the mind is rebooting, yeah? Now it's going to reboot in the good way, yeah? It's like as if you had a computer virus or something, and everything was like projecting horribly. The computer was like, tss, tss, tss. Something was wrong with our mental computer, yeah, or our TV. There was something really wrong with it, and we were stuck on a really rubbish channel for like forever. But now finally, we found the manual and we switched it off, and we're going to reboot our computer, our TV. Yeah, now it's going to come with some better TV, a better channel, a better reality. Yeah, so now, out of absolute space, in an instant, my mind, my subtle mind, transformed into a beam of pure crystal white light. Yeah, okay. Right, so a beam of energy. Yeah, okay. Yeah, like a pillar of light. Sometimes they say it's like about this big. Yeah, but anyway, just imagine one beam of light. Yeah, like there's pure consciousness, like space, infinite space, and now your mind is like a beam of consciousness. Yeah, okay. And then transforming rebirth into the path of the emanation body. From a beam of light, I appear as the pure crystal light body of Vajrasattva. Okay? Vajrasattva means diamond essence. Yeah? Okay? So now we appear as this body, like transparent, completely pure. Okay? And each archetype, each yidam in Buddhism, in Vajrayana, it has a particular emotional meaning. Yeah? So what does Vajrasattva mean? Vajra means diamond. Yeah? Sattva means essence. So if you had a diamond essence, what would we be? We'd be completely pure and also completely expensive, yeah? But anyway, completely pure, completely powerful. So diamond is like the most, I don't know, like hardest stone. It's the most precious somehow, you know? So our nature is the most pure one. It's the most powerful one. It's the best one, yeah? So this is how we should feel. I'm completely pure. I'm completely positive. I'm good enough to get enlightened, yeah? So saying I am Vajrasattva has like a huge emotional significance if we know what it means, yeah? Okay? That's why very important we know what all these things mean, no? Otherwise, just terms that we don't know what it means, there's no emotional significance, no? So I have a diamond nature, pure diamond. So Rinpoche always said like crystal nature, yeah? Because he saw like the closest thing we can see to purity in our modern times is like crystal energy, no? So then it says, inside my body, my subtle body of pure light, yeah, I have a thick and straight and powerful central channel with two very thin and weak. Okay, this we'll talk about next time, yeah, okay? So out of emptiness, that we appear as a beam of light, and then we appear as a pure crystal being, yeah, okay? So let's put it in a very simple way, either a man or a woman, yeah? Completely pure, made of crystal light, yeah? The most pure kind of person in the world, yeah? Pure and positive, full of love, full of compassion, yeah? Full of all qualities, yeah? Full of all capacities, yeah? And this is Vajrasattva, yeah? So, oh yes, actually this I'm going to have to talk a lot about. So next time I'm going to continue to talk about this. So when I was looking at this today, I found when Rinpoche first started to teach self-healing, okay, first he went to Bourbador and had his vision of the gurus and Buddhas who gave him permission. Then he come back to Italy, and we go to one place called Velletri in the mountains, and then we go to another place near Rome, yeah, and we do another retreat, yeah. So this second retreat, and this is where he first started to teach self-healing. This second retreat, fortunately, I still have the notes from the retreat, yeah. So what Rinpoche did the retreat on was Vajrasattva, okay. So we need to really understand what Vajrasattva is, yeah? Because when we do self-healing, we should be Vajrasattva. So we need to understand who is Vajrasattva, what is Vajrasattva, and all the implications of that, and what is the Vajrasattva practice, yeah? Because then we have like a better basis to do self-healing, you know? Because all this, channels, chakras, generation stage, completion stage, it's on the basis of us arising as Vajrasattva, yeah? So next time I'm going to continue to talk about what it means to be Vajrasattva, okay? And like I say, fortunately, I still have what Rinpoche last said, fortunately. So next time we'll talk about that, okay? So please tune in next time, yeah? Like so Rinpoche's book, yeah, Self-Healing, looks like very short, yeah? But there's incredible meaning behind it. And he said, please go more deeply. Then we can really practice in the correct way and get more feeling, more experience, yeah? And then each time, actually, our life is getting better and better, because this is the treasury that Rinpoche has left for us, yeah? But we have to open the treasury and understand what's there and use it, no? Otherwise, just having a treasury never open, never use, is not very useful, no, is it, yeah? So we're going to do like this, yeah? Okay? So next time we'll continue to understand what does it mean to become Vajrasattva, okay? So please think to yourself, okay, that was all very interesting. So note to self, every time I do self-healing, whether it says it or not in the sadhana, I need to arise as Vajrasattva, and then all the Pamli, Pema, and everything else is done on the basis of me being Buddha Vajrasattva, okay? So that's what we could take away from today's lecture, okay? So that would be like very nice, okay? So now what we're going to do quickly is, like Rinpoche said, you can do self-healing in 5 minutes. So now let's try and do it in 10 minutes, okay? That's what he said, yeah? So let's do that, yeah? Okay? Also, okay, and then, of course, each time now, we have so many friends now, actually thousands of people in our Sangha. So, of course, samsara, no? Of course, sometimes our friend, sometimes they have nice things happen, sometimes, but also sometimes sad things happen in our Sangha. So today we'd like to dedicate for Vilma, no? Who was the sponsor of Dado Ling in Sao Paulo, yeah? So Dado Ling was first started with a group of friends in Francesco House, no, in Sao Paulo. But then when Francesco come back to Italy, to Albagnano, when Rinpoche moved to Albagnano, then Ruchi and some other friends, they continue with the Dado Ling, and this lady, very nice lady, very kind, yeah, Vilma, she offered a beautiful place where for many, many years the Dado Ling Center has been, yeah, so she passed away today. So let's dedicate that she have a very good rebirth, peaceful and positive rebirth, okay? And go in the best way to continue her spiritual evolution, okay? And not just her, of course, all the other ones in our prayer list, yeah? So we have all our sanghas, we have many dedications, many lists of many friends and relatives passing away who are sick or suffering. So each one of you who remembers one, please send your strong wishes to that person, yeah, okay, to Vilma and all the others, yeah, today, no, on our prayer list, okay? Okay, so let's do the self-healing together, okay? Uchuzampo Pelgyuta Shipa, Tu Chentem Pehetrileyanoda, Pegidrolo Zampeze Pachen, Palden Lama Hishabla Sowade, Omaguru, Vajradara, Suhumahati Muni, Shahasahane Kama, Uttavadanye, Sri Bhadra Vasamahanya, Sawasiti Humo Maguru, Vajradara, Suhumahati Muni, Shahasahane Kama, Uttavadanye, Sri Bhadra Vasamahanya, Sawasiti Homo Maguru, Vajradhara, Suhumahati Muni, Shahasahane Kama, Uttavadanye, Sri Bhadra Vasamahanya, Sawasiti Hum Pakyake Kuta Tahagilu Pakyake Sundadagina Pakyake Tut Tahagi Danyamechi Tujingilo Makyake Kuta Tahagilu Makyake Sundadagina Makyake Tut Tahagi Danyamachi Tuhujigilo. So Rinpoche dissolves into our heart. And then we arise as Guru, as Buddha Vajrasattva. Om Guru Buddha Siddhi Hum. 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 Eyaham Ram Lamba. Eyaham Ram Lamba. Eyam Ram Lamba. Shuddhe 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 Shuddhe. When one of our friends has passed away, no? We can do self-healing, imagining our friend in front, yeah? And we do all the self-healing for them in front, yeah? So shuddhi is for them. Opening the lotus is for them. Everything is for them, okay? It's not for us, yeah? So we're sending all the positive energy to our friend, okay? So we can do like that, okay? Opening the lotuses. Pam lepe majanku. Pam lepe masepo. Pam lepe manompo. Pam lepe ma. Pam lepe ma. Om ahum tram ri. Ri le natso doje janku ri. Tram le no po se po tram. Hun le doje no po hun. Ah le pe ma po ah. Om le ko Om ko lo nan se doje. Ah pe ma chu doje. Un doje mi kyo doje. Tram no bu. Rina so doje. Okay, completion stage meditation of the 5 supreme healers. Lama Tuyun Doje Kyen. Om Ahamoga Siddhi Hum. Om Ahamoga Siddhi Hum. Om Ahamoga Siddhi Hum. Om Ahamoga Siddhi Hum. Om Ahamoga Siddhi. Healing the navel chakra through the blessing of Supreme Healer Ratnasambhava. Lama Rinchen Doje Kyen. Om Aratnasambhava Hum. Om Aratnasambhava Hum. Om Aratnasambhava Hum. Om Aratnasambhava. Om Aratnasambhava. Healing the heart chakra through the blessings of Guru Buddha Akshobhya. Lama Mikyo Doji Kyen. Om Ahashobhya Hum. Om Ahashobhya Hum. Om Ahashobhya Hum. Om Ahashobhya Hum. Om Ahashobhya. Healing the throat chakra through the blessings of Supreme Healer Amitabha. Lama Chodoji Kyen. Om Amitabha Hum. Om Amitabha Hum. Om Amitabha Hum. Om Amitabha Hum. Om Amitabha. Healing the crown chakra through the blessings of Guru Buddha Varachana. Lama Nanse Doji Kyen. Om Varachana Hum. Om Varachana Hum. Om Avarochana Hum. Om Avarochana. Om Avarochana. Vajramaster Empowerment Hugging Mudra. No more enemies. Om Mani Padme Hum. 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 Om Mahasukha Hum. Om Mahasukha Hum. Om Mahasukha Hum. Om Mahasukha. Om Mahasukha. Om Vishwa Shanti Hum. Om Vishwa Shanti Hum. Om Vishwa Shanti Hum. Om Vishwa Shanti Hum. Om Vishwa Shanti. Pelo poder da verdade, paz e alegria para sempre. Pelo poder da verdade, paz e alegria para sempre. Pelo poder da verdade, paz e alegria para sempre. Lama Conchason Kyapsuchi, Rani la Seldonil Sunecho, Dona Jesunecho Dadahando, Gyecho Hokundu Lushin, Dona Disonampa Geweso, Jine Sapane Hinyududa, Nobo Banzo Shambhala Gehene, Lame Langirin Pata Shisho. In short, by the collection of white virtues we have gathered here, may this world transform into Shambhala, the treasure of jewels, and may we complete the stages of the highest Yoga Tantra. Ni modele hesendele, ni me kohoya handele shin, ni senta hatu dele pel, kuncho hosungi jingi, kuncho hosungi nutroso. Kunchohasungi Tashisho. At dawn or dusk, at night or midday, may the three jewels grant us their blessings. May they help us to achieve our realizations and sprinkle the path of our lives with various signs of auspiciousness. So, bon voyage, Vilma. Yeah. Also, wish you to come back. Also, continue on the spiritual path. Yeah. So, Rinpoche Lama Genshin. Yeah. Many times when people pass away, yeah. Actually, I saw Rinpoche doing this self-healing on the bedside of several people who were dying. So Rinpoche would do exactly like this, self-healing, and do everything, the meditation on the person, yeah, okay? Like healing the elements, opening the chakras, helping the dying person, yeah? So I can do it with our friend when they're dying or after death. Anyway, it's a great benefit. So unfortunately, many times, or sadly, we have friend and relative who pass away. No, it's life. No, so we can do this. We can do self-healing and dedicate to them. Yeah, it's something very positive we can all do. Yeah. Also, put lights. No, offer incense, offer fruit and flower. Make some dedication, for example, to spiritual center or church. So make some donation for the person. Yeah. Okay. Dedicate for their future rebirth. Okay. So we do like that, okay? So anyway, so thank you all very much for listening. Who likes, come back on Thursday, Central European Time, 7 till 9, and we will talk about what it means to be Vajrasattva. We said, Aham Vajrasattva, I am Vajrasattva. So what does it mean to be Vajrasattva, yeah? This is the basis of doing the NgalSo Tantric Self-Healing practice. So we need to understand what that is and get the feeling. So see you all hopefully on Thursday. Thank you all very much, okay? Thank you.